Hello everyone and welcome to Politics Today with me, Sheung Okimbale, live from Channels Television headquarters here in Lagos. Before we get into the heart of today's matter, let me take you to Ekiti State in Nigeria's southwest. The preparations for the governorship election in that state is on, and it's getting more and more interesting by the day. The Labour Party during the week had its primaries where Mr Opeyemi Bamidele, a serving member of the House of Representatives who moved to the Labour Party a few months ago. After a purported disagreement with the incumbent governor, Kayode Fayemi, the disagreement, some say, is about the lawmaker's ambition to become the governor. But the primaries went in Mr Bamidele's favor during the week, and he will have to stand against one man that is popular to Ekiti State politics, Ayodele Fayose, a former governor of the state whose emergence as the People's Democratic Party's candidate has continued to generate controversy. Well, Labour Party's primaries may have come out well, but that of the PDP appears to have gone slightly sour. This is because some other aspirants like Caleb Olubolade, a former Minister of Police Affairs under President Jonathan, are not happy with the conduct of the primaries. Meanwhile, for the camp of the APC, the incumbent, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, I guess, is a candidate everyone is looking to beat in the race. The governor, in his re-election bid, flagged off his campaign in Ekiti, the capital of Ekiti State. Well, we shall be looking and monitoring situation in Ekiti State for you to give you the latest and update as they come. Don't forget, the election is on the 21st of June. Why that of Osun State is going to be on the August 9th. Well, away from the governorship preparations in Ekiti State, today on the program, for the 2 consecutive weeks now, the national conference has adjourned. And if you look at it, they have hardly had 5 straight days of sitting. Well, this time around, what has divided the delegates is the voting pattern. You remember that they were to return last Monday to discuss President Jonathan's inaugural speech. But when the issue of voting system came up, the delegates were divided along regional lines. There were some dramatic events in the course of their deliberations, and it got to the point that the chairman of the conference, Justice Idris Kutigi, had to announce an adjournment and a call for public intervention memoranda to resolve the stalemate. Now, the issue is that some delegates from the north are saying that the order of the 6 Rule 4 shouldn't be altered. That means maintaining a 3/4 voting pattern, which means to get a headway at any point of voting over a motion or a matter, 75%, that is 369 delegates, must be in support of such a motion. But some of the southern delegates disagree on this. They're asking for a simple majority, which is perhaps more popular in Nigeria's democratic practice, for example, our elections and in the parliament. A simple majority is a 2/3. In a democracy, as I said, the minority may have their say, but the majority definitely have their way. And the debate over this issue would reverse be the case. What of when you have a 74% in support of a motion? That means the 24 against will hold such to ransom. Well, what we do on Politics Today on Channels Television is to ask the right questions to provoke the necessary answers you need to get an understanding of the matter. We try to break the issues down so you can get an understanding and take the right decisions. Tonight on the program, I have 2 very distinguished delegates at the National Conference, and of course, those who are at the center of this very debate, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Chief Michael Zekome, and also from same Abuja today, a former Vice Chancellor of the University of Ilorin, Professor Ishak Oloyede. Those 2 gentlemen will be joining me later on the program. And when we come in full swing of the program, we shall be discussing and dissecting these issues and many more on the National Conference. So many people say this is very pivotal for Nigeria's development, and we must go ahead and move forward in our political development. This National Conference is very, very important. And, well, a lot of people say the delegates may be having this agreement, but it seems to be normal in a democratic setting. These are some of the issues that we'll be bringing your way right after now. Stay with us.
Welcome to Queen Altabago School, in England. My name is Onyeka. I came from Nigeria a year ago and I love it. If you want a first-class independent education in the UK, then consider Queen Elseburgers. Its academic results are outstanding. We have been ranked in the top 10 schools in the country. The boarding facilities are amongst the best in Europe. We boast an equestrian centre, a £1 million gym, a theatre, science wings, and even a manor house. We are set in a safe and secure campus near York, just 2 hours from London, with excellent transport links. We would love you to get in touch. Please visit our website at www.qe.org.
There's something new about EasyFlex, but I don't have to tell you. I can show you. EasyFlex has gotten bigger. I mean, that much bigger. Now you can enjoy up to 32,500 naira on Flex 10,000 and a fantastic 62,500 naira on Flex 20,000 for calls, SMS, and pay-as-you-go data. How can it get any better?
Actually, it can. If you activate a data plan of 1.5 gigabytes and above on your EasyFlex bundle, you'll immediately get twice the amount of data every time and 2 complimentary SIMs to share your data.
But don't take our word for it. Take EasyFlex for a spin today. Etisalat, now you're talking.
ABM Global Services Limited, a performance-driven company with immense passion for OCTG, petroleum products marketing, logistics, and haulage services. We are the one-stop shop for oil and gas support service in Nigeria. ABM Global Services Limited remains the most reliable suppliers of casing pipes, line pipes, tubular, flanges, elbows, valves, and heavy-duty equipment for leasing. ABM Global Services Limited remains the best tubular and casing company in West Africa. And you can contact our office today. ABM Global Services Limited. We are the head.
Welcome back. You're still watching Politics Today on Channels Television, live from Lagos. My name is Ayodele Fayose. Before I introduce my guests to you on the program tonight, let me give you an understanding about what this controversy is all about. Remember that 3 weeks ago, when the sitting was adjourned on the sitting of the National Conference, they said that when they resumed last week, they are going to be looking at President Jonathan's speech, the inaugural speech, when the National Conference started. But when they started, a lot of issues came up, media coverage of the National Conference, positive and negative coverage, people sleeping at the National Conference were some of the issues that were discussed. But it got to a point in time when they started talking about how voting would take place at the National Conference. This is what happened. 2/3 and 3/4, that was how the delegates went, and they went along regional lines, some in support of the simple majority. The simple majority is what we see mostly in our democratic practice. For example, during our elections, this is what we see: simple majority, 2/3 carries the day. For 3/4, that means 75%, and 75% of the entire delegate number at the National Conference is 369. Some people believe that this is not fair, and they say that, for example, when there is a stalemate and there is a voting, when 74% of people vote, and the 24 will be holding them to ransom. And the chairman simply said, We're going to seek the opinion of the public on this matter. Take a look at what the Order 6, Rule 4 of the National Conference talks about. It says, any questions proposed for decision in the conference shall be determined by consensus, and when this is not achievable by a 3/4, that is 75%, majority of the delegates present and voting. That is the rule, the Order 6, Rule 4, that caused a lot of controversy. Let me give you an understanding of what happened and how the motion was moved. It actually started with the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chief Mike Ozekeme. Let's take a look at what he said and the counter-argument on the floor of a national conference in Abuja. Take a look.
Or 3/4 of delegates means 369, a number that is obviously humongous and elephantine and behemoth. I think, sir, we should go to the normal consensual something in a lot of parliamentary proceedings across the world for very serious matters, and that is the two-thirds majority voting.
I think all sensible minds in this conference should go along for a 75% support of the majority of members of the conference present and voting. We wish we would avoid voting, but if it came to that, it would have to enjoy the support of 75%.
Well, that was what happened when Chief Ozekeme actually said, well, we cannot go with 3/4, let's do simple majority. Well, what happened afterwards was a bit of pandemonium. I'll allow you to take to have a look at what